The scientific community and the media have failed to communicate the seriousness of our environmental crisis and how our economy, our society, and our very lives depend on the Earth and our ecosystems. Sadly, economists and the business community have succeeded in using flawed logic and magical thinking into numbing our minds to the clear and present dangers associated with environmental degradation. Valuing nature in dollars is a useful way to expose this flawed logic and foster realistic rather than magical thinking. Green infrastructure is earning increased recognition as a critical element of the urban environment because of the impacts green infrastructure has on human well-being and urban ecology. Let's consider an efficient and holistic approach to economic valuation of these benefits, using New York City's Central Park as an iconic example of the natural capital associated with green infrastructure. Central Park provides myriad ecosystem services to New York City that have significant economic value. The contribution of the natural capital of Central Park to human well-being is incredibly large because Manhattan is a high concentration of human capital, social capital, and built capital, with Central Park right in the middle of it. Natural capital and ecosystem services are analogous to financial capital and interest income. Central Park provides myriad ecosystem services that the people of New York would rather have than reduced taxes. How much is that? Well, at a minimum, the value of Central Park as natural capital is what you could sell off Central Park as developable real estate for. That number is roughly $500 billion. $500 billion as an investment earning 5% per year would produce $25 billion per year. Currently, the global market economy is roughly $80 trillion per year. How could we compare the value of nature to the global economy? An analysis produced an estimate of the global value of the world's ecosystem services to be $125 trillion per year. Sadly, that $125 trillion would have been $145 trillion per year had we not lost vast areas of coral reef, wetlands, and tropical rainforests since 1995. This annual loss of $20 trillion over the last 20 years is comparable to losing the entire GDP of the United States over the same period of time. A holistic valuation approach to the economic valuation of ecosystem services simplifies the formidable accounting task of summing the myriad individual ecosystem services provided by the green infrastructure of Central Park. This study contributes evidence to support the provocative and challenging questions surrounding the utility of the traditional neoclassical economic worldview with respect to governance, environmental policy, and sustainability. A more rational and explicit valuation of nature is a vital step forward in designing an economy in service to life that will create a sustainable and desirable future for all of us.